Good morning, everyone. I'm here on beautiful July 1st here in Canada to channel a beautiful message for us as I sit here by the Eagle's Nest at my beautiful waterfront community here and just enjoy the really warm weather. There's a monarch butterfly that's around my car right now, and all kinds of birds, and it's a beautiful setting here as I look over the water. So happy Canada Day to all the Canadians out there, and enjoy this special day if you're able to be home and enjoy a day away from work. For others who are potentially tuning in from another part of the world, I welcome you to my channel, and I hope that you're enjoying your day as well. So let's see here. Yeah, the message came in very strong, and originally I just had these three cards, and then I stood up the sun, and then those three cards to the left fell, so I picked them up. So that's all part of the message. So give me a second here. I'm just gonna connect to the energy. There we go. So there are guides that are coming in just to surround this and this reading with light to make sure that it's not tainted or nothing negative attaches itself to it, to remove the frequency that is being shared here. So that's the frequency I'm sharing with you, and the frequency that I'm receiving from the viewers that are going to be tuning in as well. But I'm already connected to your energy, so all the ones that are going to be guided to this video, we're already exchanging that energy right now, which is amazing. So thank you so much. I appreciate that very, very much. So all right, sorry. Let's get to the message. So you have a message coming in, communication coming in, or both. Somebody very special in your life is finally understanding what they need to understand and are coming to you in a rushed kind of a way, because they're going to be panicked because they've gained that understanding. They understand that it's important to be authentic and honest about how they feel, that it's not okay that they've hid how they felt from you. They realize by doing that they've hurt you and they've hurt this connection, but ultimately they hurt themselves, right? So this person needed to figure that out for themselves first before they could figure it out for you and your union and bring it to you. The fact they're coming to you with this understanding means that they're ready to face it and they're stable. Otherwise, they wouldn't have shown up here as the King of Pentacles and at the position of the right here. And it's leaning forward, so that tells us they're ready to lean into that. But they're needing to come back towards you because you have been holding space for a very long time. You've known about this Ten of Cups union for a very long time. And you've shared enough up until a certain point where you said, okay, well, I'm going to keep living my life, and when you're ready, come. And that was a beautiful message that you gave, because it allowed this person to do their work feeling free, not feeling burdened or pressured in any way. So congratulations. And that took a lot of work for you to get to that point, because I know that's hard. It's hard to trust and have faith in a love that's deep like this, that you feel at an energetic level, that you feel at a spiritual level. You might have seen this union in the realms in a lot of different ways, and that's very different. The energy in the realm is very different than in the physical reality here, because we may not manifest everything that we see in the realms, but it does exist. That's why it's very confusing. So, but in this case, this is physical confirmation here that I'm sharing with you, that they are pulling it into the physical, because the King of Pentacles, right? The pentacle itself represents in the Tarot a physicality, a manifestation of something physical that brings wealth. Okay, but wealth, not necessarily in money, it can be that, but I just heard the word knowledge. So, and that makes sense with what I was saying, that this person finally understands what he needs to understand to manifest the Ten of Cups union. And the Ten of Pentacles didn't surface. It's the Ten of Cups. That's what's missing. That's what's been missing in this person's life. They've been chasing the wrong thing for a very long time, many, many lives even. It didn't bring them any joy. Even if they had wealth, they weren't able to hang on to it for very long, and they weren't happy. They gave off the illusion they've been happy, but they weren't. Deep down, they weren't. Their soul was not happy. So they've come back home to themselves, to their soul, and they're reconnecting with spirit in a way that they've never been able to do. And as I said that, there's a beautiful bird that just sang outside. I wish you could hear that. But and it's interesting. Do you see this card here? I'm just going to zoom in on it. Look, this is what it feels like for me right now where I'm sitting. Okay. I don't see a deer or a fox, but I certainly feel the energy with that bright sun like that and all the insects and the flowers. That's exactly the environment here that I'm sitting in. So, you know, this is the energy that's emanating from these cards as well. Okay. Because they are starting to connect to the earth plane in a way that they've never allowed themselves to connect before. They're softening. They're going to become more docile. And as a masculine, being vulnerable like that, if they're embodied in a masculine energy in a male body, it's in terms of and identify as masculine, you know, that's difficult to do for some, okay? And this is the energy I'm channeling right now, are those people that struggled with that. Okay. So this is the past, okay, recent past. So they just want me to kind of share a little bit about this, that he's been operating and doing the work in a very private way, okay? As the Chariot, the High Priestess, and the Page of Cups, he has been trying to figure out the best way to bring all of this forward to you. He's always felt connected to you. He always wanted to be in union with you. I just don't think that he knew how to bring this forward to you. And a lot of it had to do with intellectually and emotionally. His emotional body might not have been turned on fully and completely, or it needed healing. But whatever it was that was required, he's been doing that work in a very private way, but very authentic way for the first time ever. But just know he's been moving forward in the right direction. So all the work that he's been doing has been bang on, perfect. And the Page of Cups is very sweet energy. And this is how he's going to present and come to you when he does approach you, is in this sweet Page of Cups energy. The light's on. Do you see the candle? And look, I just, I don't mind sharing my personal experience in meditation before this, before I was asked to do this channeling for us. Somebody that is near and dear to me, I helped facilitate an energy clearing, and he received brand new light codes and energy, and it actually, I'm just realizing now, it looked like this. The only difference is he was facing the other way in my vision. That's positive movement forward for that person. And this right now just simply represents, I think, so back to the reading here, for the people that are entering this phase, that this is the work that's being done right now potentially, or has recently been done, like what I just described. Okay, so they do want me to, oh no, I just dropped all the cards. Okay, so we're gonna let all those cards go, but they do want me to keep this one here in particular. Okay, so that means just let go of whatever needs to let go. My need to want to control, right, by holding on to all those cards, because it makes me feel uncomfortable thinking they would fall and be kind of scattered everywhere. They need to be like that right now for whatever reason, so we just need to leave that be. So there could be an unraveling here, or a shedding of old skin that still is required in order to achieve this joy and happiness in this Ten of Cups, but that will come. And that's why I usually come in and do these channelings and readings, is to help eliminate blocks for people. So just receive. Okay, this is an angelic aura quartz. This is a selenite, which represents the timeline, and this is a solarite star. Okay, that you are the star. Your union's so important because it's going to bring strength, power, healing to your environment. Everything that the union touches will be healed by that love, that frequency that you're going to emanate. You already emanate that, but it's going to be even more powerful when you come into union, if you choose to come into union. Even if you choose not to, you're still going to be fulfilling part of that mission by sharing that love with the world and with the environment, because every light being holds a space in the grid, we'll call it, and it's important for you to emanate that energy out, okay? Because that'll afford us the opportunity to ascend. So that's fantastic. So the messages that are below this sun card, they're telling me it's private and it's individual to every person out there. So I'm not to channel that. They don't want me to channel it, but what they're telling me is just for me to bestow like kind of a blessing and protection here to make sure that those messages get to every one of you in a very protected way, and it's a very private to every one of you. So just know that that message is going to come in very, very soon, and you'll be pleasantly surprised with what you receive, okay? So congratulations, that's fantastic. And for others who require more of a physical confirmation, it's an Ace of Wands. So it's an invitation to some sort of passionate event, or an event that will bring passion. It could be a gathering. It could be, I don't know, whatever it is brings intimacy, brings closeness. It brings light to the love. And then as a response to receiving that and stepping into that energy, that love and light is then shared like outwardly. So I'm seeing it coming in and going out, and it's beautiful, powerful, very, very powerful. You hold the key, viewer. You hold the key. And you won't have to hold on so tightly, like release. Right? A lot of people hold on because it's scary, right? To think about maybe not having this one day, or it not manifesting fully in the physical. And I know I've lived it for a long time. It's difficult when you have access to the realms, or if you're able to see at high levels like that. It's difficult. It's very, very difficult. But you have to just kind of accept that that's a beautiful opportunity to experience something like that, and then bring it into your heart and hold it. Or if you need to journal it, but then just leave it on the table, and then you carry on with your life, knowing that that is there and you've experienced that. It doesn't go anywhere. It's always there. It always exists. Carry it in your heart and just keep going. I know it's hard, but you might have to practice that consciously with actual prescribed steps and tell yourself that. And if it helps make you feel better, carry the journal with you in your purse or in your bag. But bit by bit, it's very important to practice the art of letting go. And it's not actually letting go, but it's letting go of that frequency of holding on in a desperate kind of a way. And I'm not judging, because I was there in that energy for many, many years, most of my life, okay? And then I was able to understand why I felt that way. And that was all part of wounding and trauma from my past. And it's all also with the attachment style that I had, given the parenting that I received and the relationships that I experienced growing up, and also in my past lives. So, be kind with yourself, be compassionate with yourself and with your love interest or your counterpart or the person that you're seeking to be connected with, because not one of us is separate or exempt from all of the things I've talked about. Nobody has a perfect life. Nobody has had a perfect soul's journey up until this point. We incarnate to learn, and to incarnate in a physical as a physical being is very difficult. And we challenged ourselves at such a deep level by agreeing to come and be incarnated in this way, to be able to learn at that deep level, so our soul's evolution can grow and become that big energy that the divine created us to be. Okay, we all have separate missions, but a lot of it is similar when you really break it down, and it all comes back to that love for self, the way that God created us, Source Light created us, however you prescribe that to mean to you. But it's that original spark, okay? It's that Christ consciousness, that light, mind, body, spirit, okay? I don't, sometimes when I talk like that, I feel like I'm preaching, and I don't ever want to come across as that, because I'm certainly not here to preach to anybody. I was just channeling, and when you channel, sometimes it can come across like that, but I just want you to know that's not my intention. And if anything I say you don't feel comfortable with, or you don't prescribe to it, or you don't resonate with it, I appreciate your patience in listening. Fast forward, move ahead, or click off, whatever. Never a judgment on my part. I'm just here to deliver the message and the energy as it comes through, and that's what was coming through.